I'm sorry, kiddo, I really am. You have a good soul. And I hate giving good people bad news.
He's Tony, I'm Mike. We're back to the Bruno verse, reviewing 1981's The Other Hell.
Who's there?
Now, okay, the trailer cuts this movie out to be absolutely absurd, and
it's not really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. But it's actually very tame in a lot of stuff. There's some gore in here, but it's not like extreme.
Bruno was in danger of almost making a coherent, good movie.
Yes, yes. And it's very much shades of like the Three Mothers trilogy.
Yes.
There's some Suspiria in there. There's some Inferno in
absolutely.
there.
There was a
There's
lot
some
of
other
people that claimed that he
influences in
stole
there as well.
ideas
Yeah.
from Inferno for this. So I find it very interesting that you picked up on that as well.
Yeah.
You want to walk us through the cast and the plot?
Let's see. I don't think I really wrote down much of the cast here because I don't care. Franca Stoppi and Carlo Di Mio. But the basic plot is this.
You forgot one important one. You forgot Mr. Garfield, spelled with two E's. And the reason I bring up Mr. Garfield with two E's is because he was in Hell of the Living Dead.
You need to hit their heads! I told you! Say it like this!
He was.
Yes, I was going to mention later in this that one of our super assassin janitors from Hell of the Dead is the dog handler in this movie. And also...
groundskeeper as well.
Yeah,
so
he's a groundskeeper.
He might kill you. These dogs are dangerous, you know.
There's another guy that you'll recognize too, the guy that plays Father
May I?
No, not Father May I.
He's married to Mother May I.
Oh, stop it. Who's the father that does the investigating here?
Father Valerio is a special investigator. I'm quite certain he's capable of finding out the cause of the disturbances at the convent and putting them to rights.
Yeah,
sure.
You'll recognize him from the cemetery across the something. I'll throw it up here. But anyway, so we got this nun. She's lost in the catacombs. She stumbles upon this laboratory, and there's another nun there that's doing some embalming thing. And then you get this exposition.
You forgot the part where she's making clam chowder.
Whatever. So, it's kind of funny now that you mention that. Because thinking back to Inferno, there's some clam chowder shit going on down in the cellar. And that one.
Okay, so there's the naked nun, and she's laying there, and you see her very brutally stab her in the genitals.
The genitals are the door to evil.
And then she holds up this piece of meat and throws it into a pot.
The vagina, the uterus, the womb, the labyrinth that leads to hell.
Which I would assume is the genitals.
Yeah, she said that was the gateway to evil.
Yeah.
The devil's tools.
And she throws it in the pot, and there's a lot of cackling and maniacal shit going on.
She calls, and the name she calls is the nun who killed her!
Karen looks at me and goes, clam chowder. I had to drop that in here because I had to stop the movie. I was laughing so hard.
Thank you for the explanation, because that joke was over my head.
stomach swelled, and inside her, she kept a monster.
So anyway, so she gives this exposition, and then the nun's giving the exposition, stabs the other nun.
Well, yeah, you can't leave a nun like that laying around.
And then I forgot what happens to her, but I think the nun that does the stabbing also dies. I don't remember.
No, she goes back upstairs. But the nun that gets stabbed in the beginning is one of the ones in the coffin at the end.
Yeah. So, anyways, really from there, shenanigans ensue. There's the father comes in to investigate like all the weird.
Before you get to the shenanigans, wait. Before you get to the shenanigans, you have to roll that one back and cut that part out. But what winds up happening is there's a father who oversees the nunnery, and some strange supernatural goings on begin to occur. There's like some flaming books and other stuff. And then they decide that they're going to talk to the bishop, and he sends a priest who's there to investigate if what is going on is rational or supernatural.
Yeah.
And then shenanigans ensue.
Will protect us all.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I checked out very early in this movie. There's in and out. I wasn't on 100%. And the reason why is because the parts where they give exposition are really slow and really painful. There's a lot of gaps in between the killings and the weird supernatural stuff. And when there is some exposition or there's kind of like some, shenanigans, afoot, they got this music going. And it's so fucking annoying, and it's almost like it's constantly there, except for the parts where it gets really dry. Then they cut the music, and then it's like really dull. And really boring. And any scene outside the groundskeeper by the dogs are constantly barking.
I was expecting you. A priest was coming here, they said. They looked more like a cop.
and they're so high up in the mix, it's just really annoying. So the sound design in this movie sucked me right out of it. And it does kind of suck, because if you do dig into this, there is some kind of interesting shit here. There could have been a good movie here.
Yes.
Bruno was this close, but yet, again, Bruno misses the mark with the horror. It never fails.
I'm going to say that this is a mixed bag. There is some long scenes, some really boring, snoozy scenes. But there is, when they introduce the nun that's catatonic, and the explanation that's going on with her.
She's been like this ever since she got lost in the catacomb under the convent. We've done everything to try to bring her to her senses without success.
I enjoyed that part. When the father that discovers all the supernatural goings on, he's still experiencing it, and then he finally catches on fire in his own room.
Who's there?
The devil.
That, I was glued to the screen for that one. When they send the investigator in, parts of his stuff is interesting. When he's actually investigating, going through rooms, going through journals, and trying to discover what's actually going on. the groundskeeper, dog handler, all that. Yeah, he's like there. He delivers 3 lines that are important. Anything else that falls out of his mouth, you can completely ignore. And then Mother Superior is actually, batshit crazy. Like, she's a cackle shy. All she needed is a broom, and she could have zipped off into the sky, and I'd have been like, I totally saw that coming.
Yeah. Mother Vincenza.
Crazy. I'll tell them. I'll tell everything.
You'll tell them nothing. You won't say a word.
So the mystery spoilers. So the mystery is revealed that it turned out that Sister Vincenza, as a young nun, had an illicit relationship with groundskeeper Willie.
That creature's the child of Satan, the fruit of sin and obscenity. And you dare to say you want to keep the monstrous thing.
But Mother Superior decided that the only way for this nun to make it right was to make some baby soup.
You should destroy it. And if you don't, I will! No!
And Mother Vincenzo, she kills the old Mother Superior and then I guess soaks up her power and becomes the new Mother Superior. It makes sense in my head. Anyway, she then has her daughter that has poop mouth. Who she keeps hidden away somewhere in the convent, and she's fallen in love with the investigating priest, and it turns out that she has supernatural powers, including telekinesis and telepathy, and
can animate the dead.
Yeah, she can. Because why not?
She can even perform miracles and make things move on their own. And bring back the dead.
I mean, she is the daughter of Satan.
Ish.
I mean, that's what they say. That's
Well,
that's what she
they say.
claims.
That's because she was born out of sin.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they all die at the end, and then the convent, the nuns just keep on trucking, and it's stupid. And it's nonsensical. It is quintessential Bruno Mattei. It is absolutely exactly what you expect Bruno to come up with when the assignment is make a supernatural horror film with elements of detectives and suspense. So close. So close.
And he is so close. I mean, really, if you had a more competent writer come in and add, and just go through the script, clean it up, add some, logic to it. And it don't have to be much. Because let's face it, I mean, because if like Inferno and Suspiria and all that stuff,
No, it does not hold up to scrutiny, intellectually speaking.
No.
But as a vibe goes, it captures it, and Bruno does manage. There are some sequences in here that actually capture the vibe really well. All of the scenes in the catacombs, which that's actually a real place, real catacomb, and it's a real convent that they shot this in. All of that works really, really well. For the first time ever, Bruno had shots that he had planned. You could actually tell when the nuns are walking into service and they're like merging into a single line. It's exactly how you're supposed to merge with traffic when 2 lanes come together. It's actually really well shot. And then there's the scenes in the laboratory under the convent in the catacombs where like the camera is like scrolling around and you're kind of getting what's going on, and then it stops and there's like the glass tubes of the beakers when they're making clam chowder. And it's kind of like, hey, wait. It's almost like they hired somebody that not only knew how to operate the camera, he didn't just know where the button was to make it start recording. He actually had an idea and some thoughts to it. There is some actually interesting stuff, but yeah, this is a movie that legitimately, you could take this concept and you could make a really solid supernatural thriller out of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's the bones are there.
Yes.
The bones are there. There's good ingredients, just a terrible fucking chef. It's the best way to describe this.
This is why you should throw out your hot dog water after you're done cooking. Don't try to boil ramen in this shit. It's not going to taste right. This is that, I think. So I have some fabulous notes for this movie. Okay, so this is written by both Bruno Mattei and Claudio Fragasso. Now, here's the fun part about it. The Other Hell was made simultaneously with The True Story of the Nun of Monza, using the same actors, the same building, for both films, yes. Fragasso shot his movie in the bottom floors, and Bruno shot his in the top floors of the same building at the same time.
Hey, I mean,
the producers were thrilled because they got 2 films for the price of 1.
I mean, that's efficiency there. I mean, you gotta give respect to that.
Claudio referred to the True Story of the Nun of Monza as Carrie in a convent.
We gotta watch this.
I felt the joy inside like this!
We gotta watch it. As much as I hate Bruno-style fucking horror, I'm intrigued. I gotta see the fraternal twin in action.
So, well, apparently they did a series of these movies together. So much so that when you look, they're actually both credited as directors on both of these films. So, like. I couldn't imagine being a cast member and getting what I'm sure was just a complete clusterfuck of a script. They think they're making one movie. Turns out, no, they're actually shooting 2 different movies, and they're trying to figure out, hey, wait, why is Claudio behind the camera today and Bruno was behind it yesterday? Why are we shooting upstairs today and downstairs tomorrow?
So I bet Poop Mouth is probably Carrie in the other movie. Will make perfect sense. Does it not?
It does make perfect sense. I'm also going to say that the guy that played the priest that was the investigator in this film, he reminds me a lot of the guy that plays Duke Leto Atreides in David Lynch's Dune, who was also in The Seventh Seal. He looks very familiar. So I don't know how big of a star he is internationally.
Not very. I looked up his movie credits because I recognize that guy. I just don't remember from where. And it's a short list, and it's a lot of Italian cinema.
And there you go. But I'm gonna say this suffers from all the regular Bruno stuff in that there are shots that go on too long.
Yes.
There are scenes that could be chopped off. But the thing is that this film came in at like 88 minutes, so they barely made it to feature length. Again, finding box office for this and budget on this is kind of difficult to do because they shot 2 movies for the price of 2 movies, but then they lied. So I don't know. The soundtrack that you brought up was Goblin. And Goblin was in a lot of Italian cinema. And I do know that they were asked if they could do a soundtrack for this film. They said no, the money wasn't right for it. They just weren't getting paid enough. So I know that there's not a lot of money involved in this production. But after Bruno finished his film and he turned it over to the producers apparently talked Goblin into giving up the rights to previously recorded stuff, which is why the music doesn't really mesh too well with the film. It was not made for this film.
It does not.
And there's a big note at the beginning. It's all in Italian, but it's basically like, this is music that was done by Goblin or inspired by Goblin or whatever, and we're using it with their permission. Be ashamed if something happened to your music studio there, guys. So, producers. But anyway, to me, this is Bruno canon. This is like the closest he's ever come to making a competent film. I'm kind of proud of him. I'm proud of us for watching it.
Are you recommending it?
If you are a Bruno devotee, absolutely. This is required watching. You could see what it was like if Bruno just almost is so close.
So close.
It's like
So
watching
close.
the Bad News Bears and they lose at the end.
But they do lose in the end of Bad News Bears.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but Bad News Bears is a good movie. This is not.
No, it's not. No. Trust me, it's not a good movie. But
I know what you're saying.
There is spoons here. There is
Yes,
interesting
there's
stuff. This is a perfect film. I would love to see somebody remake the hell out of this because there is a solid idea here. It just when you write your script on Thursday and you start shooting on Friday, some shit's gonna get lost in the mix. That's just how it is.
We probably had 2 days into it or something. You know, had a little bit of pre-planning going on there. Not a lot. It's not a recommend for me unless you like, you know, witchy type movies or supernatural type of movies.
Or clam chowder.
Yeah. Or, you know, or if you're just morbidly curious to see what a bad version of Suspiria or Inferno looks like, check it out. But other than that, no, I can't recommend it. You got anything else there?
No, I think hilariously bad. We will catch you next time.